So today I'm going to review these three figures, which are the Bandai D-Arts Pokemon figures, and there have been 6 released in this series so far. Of course, the 3 you see in front of you, there was also a Mewtwo, and there's also a special Mewtwo with the Mew version, and there's also Lucario and Blaziken. So I don't know if they're going to continue releasing more, but for now, those 6 have been released, and today we're going to look at these 3. So firstly, these figures were released in 2013. They weren't that expensive, but they have become ridiculously expensive, even in Japan. And it's not even a matter of price, it's even a matter of whether you can actually find them for sale or not. So they have become extremely rare and collectible, which if you've been looking for these figures, I'm sure you're painfully aware of. One other interesting thing I've noticed with these figures is that even on the second-hand market, I've never come across one for sale without the box, which, you know, you'd think most people would keep the box, but, you know, a lot of people do actually throw them out because it takes up room or, you know, it gets lost or it gets damaged. So people obviously like the box. Now I have a Fushigibana box here, so you can see it's made by Bandai. So that's what it looks like. It's shiny on both sides, and if I show you the back, so it sort of gives you some ideas to display the figures. So they are pretty cool boxes, but let's have a look at the figures. Now the Japanese names, because it'll have the Japanese names printed on the box. So for Venusaur, his name is Fushigibana, which literally means mysterious flower, which obviously refers to the flower thingy on his head. Charizard's known as Lizardon, which I assume is a portmanteau of the words lizard and dragon. And Kamex, Kame means turtle in Japanese, so I guess just a made-up name to sound cool. So let's look at Fushigibana first. So you can see lots of points of articulation, like even in his legs, there's like 3 different parts, and even the neck. So even the petals move. Oops, I'm moving the camera around a lot here. Petals move, the leaves move, the mouth moves. Pretty much everything you see here moves. But although the box does give you some different ideas, I mean, there's not a lot that you can really do to sort of make the figure look different. But, you know, you can tilt their head up and all that sort of stuff, so it can look a bit different. Now, he also comes with his vines here. And it actually comes, there's 3 pieces, but I've only connected 2, so you can see the join there. But there's actually a 3rd piece that connects in between. But because these end pieces are actually very heavy, it doesn't seem to sort of support it very well. So I found the best way is to actually turn these around so that the bulb is pointing up and to sort of have it resting on the ground. That seems to be the best way to have them. And having 3 pieces is just too long and cumbersome anyway. So I really like Fushigibana. Is actually my favourite Pokemon of any of them, so of any Pokemon that we've ever made, believe it or not. I don't know why, but I just really like him. So this is Fushigibana, so that's come off, that's fine. So pretty cool looking figure. It also of course comes with the, I'll get him out of the way now. So that's how it comes in, that's how it pops in to him. So this is the plastic base, and they also come with a little stand, which the only stand I have on here is the Lizardon. So this is Kamex. So again, pretty much anything you see moves, like his arms, they move, his feet move, the mouth moves. You can close all the way if you want. Actually, it doesn't quite close all the way, does it? And even these cannons move. So they don't shoot, unfortunately, so these pop out as well, as you can take them out. He's got a tail on the back as well that moves. They look really great together as well, in my opinion. So even though they have lots of points of articulation, they're not really designed to play with. They're not really kids' toys because, 1, they're very, very expensive, but 2, you know, they are relatively fragile. So, like, I mean, Kamex is not too bad, but they're not really designed for heavy playware, if that makes sense. So, if you've got kids and you want to get these figures for them, I recommend getting something else. So even like Lizardon, like his wings move, you can see the joining there, the joining here. But like that move's fine, but you know that's not something that you'd really want to have heavy wear with, because it would break if you weren't gentle enough with it. You can see even his arms, you can see all the points of articulation, his neck, the mouth, even the tongue moves up and down. And if you look at the tail, so the tail's a good example of what I was saying before, like lots of points of articulation, but like you can't really move it much, to be honest. Even with all those points, it doesn't move a great deal. Not really enough to sort of make it look different. But anyway, there you go. So that's Lizardon. He's the rarest of all of them. He's very popular. I guess people like dragons. Not even with these figures, anything like Lizardon. So, in fact, I might show you his box, because it is a pretty cool looking box. So that sort of gives you some ideas as to how to display it and show it. So that's the Pokemon Bandai D-Arts figures. Thanks for watching.